Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Foreigner Escapes to the Philippines. My name's Edward, and just started my channel this week. And just my channel is about sharing you with our lives here, living in the Philippines, and the story behind why I'm here, and all the benefits and the cons, pros and the cons of once you're here. Like that rooster right there. That's one thing you gotta get used to is the loud roosters everywhere. But it's very minor compared to all the benefits. And one thing that I really enjoy is all the fruit trees that are everywhere here. I mean, this is my backyard, and here's a banana tree right here that's growing a big bunch of bananas. You can see that. The fruit here, like I say, grows wild everywhere. I mean, it's nothing for bananas, coconut, mango, guava, lemons, calamari, which is like a lime. We have a big tree of that here. And this is our function hall in the back of the house, function hall. That's where all the people that are guests at our home swimming, and then they come here and sing karaoke. There's karaoke machine underneath this tarp, and they come back here with their food and sing and have their celebrations. And this is papaya tree in the backyard. See, I mean, it's never ending. The fruits, they just grow anywhere you want to put them, or even when you don't, where you don't want to put them. There's more papaya right there. I mean, right in my yard, right next to where I go in the house. When they ripen, we just pick them and serve them. Very easy. Like no one could ever starve here. There's no way I can. The people say that. I think the statistic right now of our barangay and our municipality area in the jungle area we live in, the poverty statistic is 60, a little over 60% of people living here are in poverty. Well, when they say that, they're talking money. They're not talking, you know, if they can feed themselves, obviously, because the food is everywhere. So that's one real good thing about here. If anything ever goes down with all the threats in the world right now, World War III, everything collapsing, the calamity around the world right now is just total craziness. So that's another one of the reasons why I'm here in the Philippines. I mean, it's obvious, right? You want to be as close as you can to an area that's going to be beneficial to your family, yourself and your family, and friends and your community, where it's easy to feed them. That's number one, right? Fresh water and food. So that's one thing that you just have to always think about when you're moving somewhere. Like, I used to live in Las Vegas, both in the valley of Las Vegas and in the mountains near Las Vegas. The mountains was pretty nice because it was a lot cooler. Even got snow in the winter, which was just beautiful up there in the mountains. But in the valley, nothing's going to grow there. Good luck. In a hot desert, good luck. That's why, in Lake Mead, the reservoir that everyone gets their fresh water from is just going down, 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 and being depleted so fast. It's all these areas are going to be completely abandoned someday because they can't even get the water. And I don't know if you know about Michael Burry. He's the one that predicted the housing crash in 2008. His biggest investment since that time has been water, bottled water, freshwater businesses that sell water around the world, because it's a depleting commodity, and so many supplies nowadays, like from the train wreck in Ohio, in the state of Ohio in the U.S. here a few weeks ago, all that hazardous chemicals going into the groundwater. A lot of the water around the world is becoming so contaminated that you can't even boil it to drink it to get the chemicals out of it. So yeah, it's so important. I have municipal water and I have my own water well here, so I have both. So it's really beneficial to have your water supply taken care of. And then what I do is I put in a filter system before it goes into the house and where I use it, right? So from the source, the well and the municipal water, then I put an inline filter. I'll show you that someday. But yeah, this is kind of my morning routine. Get up 6 a.m. This morning there was a blackout for 1 hour from 5 a.m. to 6 a.m. We get blackouts, I don't know, it varies, but the grid system, ever since I've been here, it's gotten better over time. They've been putting in big, huge high lines throughout on the interior of the mountains from the different power plants around the island, but because there's so much jungle, any storms we get, you know, trees fall over the lines, and there's a lot of power outages. There's a lot of power outages just because they're shutting off, you know, certain areas to upgrade the systems and stuff. So it's good to have a generator. I have generator as the solar and the generator. And that's one of the first things I bought here, because I knew, because of all the power outages, I'm going to need a generator. So, and I know in the future, no matter what country you're from, with the energy crisis and stuff going on, and if we end up getting in a World War III situation, there's going to be blackouts in all countries. We're going to be very, very short on energy. So the best generator, in my opinion, is propane generator, because propane fuel, it's in a tank. You can store it for years and years and never have a problem, where diesel, it's another issue. If you store diesel too long, it's going to get bad, moisture going to get in it, and your fuel's going to go bad. I had that happen to me once already here, because I had to buy a diesel generator here because there's no propane generators available, which is really strange, but that's the way it is here in the Philippines. I looked everywhere. I tried every source I could think of to try to get a propane generator here. Nope, couldn't do it. So, and then with the diesel generator, the maintenance is way higher too. So here's my diesel generator. And it's broke down right now. As you can see, is I got the radiator pulled and the water pump went out on it. So yeah, it's another thing you got to deal with. But here's my inverters for the solar system. It's making very little right now because it's a cloudy day and it's early morning, so I'm not making much. 50 watts there, and then about 5 or 6 watts on these other ones. So I got it in this generator room here, and it's this. I had to seal the roof up in that corner. If in a rainy area, if you're in a rainy area, especially like a tropical jungle, the water and the moisture is everywhere. You always have to waterproof everything. I always turn on this light, this fan, to cool the inverters all day long. Keep a constant airflow going through them, just so they don't overheat if it gets to be real sunny later on in the day, which This time of year, usually that's what I get. So I have gates, 2 big gates like this for vehicles, and we keep them closed and bolted and locked at night, of course. We don't have any paid security or anything like that. A lot of foreigners have paid security where they're wearing a firearm, but I don't. And then here's our sign for the swimming pool, 99 pesos, very, very small price. We charge actually $1.99 for night swimming now, and it's a 4-hour night swimming. And it's not what we charge, it's donation, because this is not a business, it's a private home, and so we just invite guests, and they donate the minimum suggested donation. That way we don't have to have a special license or anything like that either. I try to do everything I possibly can not to touch licenses or pay fees that the government is always asking for and always wanting. And this is the store window. It's not open today yet, but we have a small store here. We just sell, you know, like a convenience store. They call it a sorry store here, but sell rice and stuff. And this guy here, he sells fish. He goes around with his motorcycle with boxes on his motorcycle, and they sell fish to all the communities around. So it's real popular here for Filipinos. They love fish. Fish, pork, and chicken is probably the mainstay. There's not much beef here. You can get beef if you go to the grocery stores in the city, but the quality's low. A lot of gristle, and you know, it's nothing like we're used to in first world countries. So you don't get much beef, but that's minor as far as I'm concerned. I eat chicken most of the time. Fish I rarely eat here because most of the fish they sell is so many bones. And even when I was a small child, I got a bone caught in my throat, and my parents had to take me to the hospital. So I try to stay away from fish if I can, for that reason of that it's so easy to miss a bone and then have to go to the hospital and have a doctor reach down there and pull it out. So speaking of doctors, another reason why I'm in the Philippines, big reason, is I'm not required to have any insurance of any kind. There's no force, auto insurance, medical insurance, property insurance. I mean, everything is concrete. This place will never burn. It's all concrete and metal. Very little wood. The wood is the trim. Doors and hand railings, that's it. So this is the front of the house. The lions protect the house from evil spirits. It's the Judah lion. Judah is one of the 12 tribes of Israel. I have a purpose pretty much for everything I build here. There's a story behind it or a reason why I built it or why it's there. You know, probably most people are that way, but I'm a history buff also, so I do lots of research, not only in world history, but biblical history. So it's enjoyable, and it teaches you a lot of good lessons. So here's one of my sticks that my little boy plays with. He's 2.5, and first thing he wants to do is play with sticks in the pool, especially splashing a stick in the pool or whatever. So anyways, we're getting close to the 15 minutes, so I don't want to take up more of your time, but God bless you, and until next time, so long.